Alderwoman Scott,
I'm here.
Alderwoman Delernia.
Here.
Alderwoman Barboza.
Here.
And also seated, we have Alderman Borrero. So you have a quorum.
Okay, thank you. I will open up the floor for any members to discuss salaries for appointed and elected officials today. So is there anyone here, any of us, that would like to discuss? No, there's no participation tonight.
Oh, we're gonna discuss the increases?
Yeah,
All right, so what do you wanna start with, registrars?
That's the only one we have. Isn't it?
you're right, yeah.
The registered
I mean-
corporation council and the mayor's office.
Yes.
No, we're not discussing clerk?
Well, any of the.
We're not discussing, aren't we discussing council clerk as well?
Yeah, any of the compensation. Do you have any, anything that you have to say about it, or we can have like a discussion about it now?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I think we should discuss, that's what I said, I wanted to start with the registrars. They're asking for an increase, and the discussion should be around
Yeah,
that, correct?
no one else asked for an increase this time, so,
Other than council clerk.
yeah.
So, okay, let me see. I'm referring to my notes. I think currently both the registrars are receiving in around 71,000 annually. And they're asking for an increase due to state election mandates and the addition of early voting. And they're stating that their responsibilities have increased extensively. They both hold full-time positions. That being said, it's hard to, especially keeping our taxpayers in mind, it's hard to justify an increase. But I myself have done some research, and I've looked at other cities in comparison to see what they are earning. And again, they've all been asked to add to their duties, which I do think the additional duties, I do think they have seen an increase in their workload. I would not be opposed to a small increase, keeping taxpayers in mind, of maybe 3%.
Does anyone else have any comments? Okay, Wilma?
I would say we should go for $1 rather than the 3%.
What, explain
A
that?
dollar increase. You know, the misuse of funds from the last administration has put us all in a bind, and you know, not to take it out on the individuals looking for a raise, but as you said, we have to keep our taxpayers in mind, and if we are going to give out anything, I think $1 would be sufficient for the time being, and then once we get things in order, we can revisit an increase. But I think we should remain neutral because no one else is asking for a raise. And this term, everyone's workload will be increasing. So I think $1 is
And
fair.
when does the increase come into effect? In the next, after the next, is it after the next election?
Yeah, it's the next election. It always, yeah. Yeah.
So my 3% would be roughly 3,500 on their current salary, I believe. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, I think right now, with the level of corruption that we've seen here in our town.
I don't know, can I say point of order? Can we not go there? Let's
It's not
discuss
about going
what,
anywhere, it's
let's
about
discuss
discussing-
the matter at
Well,
hand.
I'm actually the chair right now, so I'm going to ask for you to let me speak now.
Okay,
So with the level of corruption that we've had here in the city, we are in a bind right now financially. We've seen all of our residents come out and have concerns about the money that we have for schooling and education and all these things, and we're just doing the best that we can. And I said this before, as a single mom, I get it. When you don't have enough money to pay for things, you have to be creative. You have to do what you can in that moment, and this is what we can do in this moment right now. I think that you need to get creative. Like, I have some suggestions maybe to help you out during election time, because I do appreciate you guys during election time, but we're in a situation right now, and we all have to pull together as a community and work together to find creative ways to still handle things as we need to with the funds that we have available to us. And that's just something, that you learn in life sometimes, and we all have to.
are we able to
respect
ask
that.
them questions, or no?
No.
Not at all?
No. And this is actually going to go to the AFL, Administration, Finance, and Law. I mean, first it's going to go to council on Wednesday, then it's going to go to AFL, and then it's going to go back to full council again before it's actually passed. But for now, I think, Wilma and I, our recommendation, I'm with her on just giving the small amount, because we just don't have it right now. We have what we have, and we're gonna have to work with that the best that we can. So, is there any other comments?
Perhaps I'm just reviewing some of the
'Cause
info
we'll
that
just
they gave
refer
us.
it back to full council on Wednesday, and then then AFL. And then, I mean, I wish that we could give everyone a raise if we could, but we just don't have it. So,
Well, I agree, we're trying to keep a check on the budget. I believe they asked for substantially more. And I understand why others did not ask for increases, but we're just talking about 2 individuals in the registrar's office. They work a full schedule. They have been given additional responsibilities, including training, I believe. So I would be for a small increase, but again, that's just my vote, and I'm outnumbered.
And I understand what you're saying. We did give a raise last year too, with all due respect. And, we're just able to do what we can now. And that's just what we
I
have.
have no other
And
comments.
hopefully we'll be able to get everybody caught up and do better in the future, right? Once we get past the cleaning up that we're doing here in the city. So, any more comments? You
No
wanna-
other comments.
no, should we just call the question then? Yeah. So we're gonna,
No, there's no
No.
call to question.
can I,
No. You don't have to call the question.
oh, I don't, we don't have to?
No.
No?
Well, do you have a motion on the table, I guess is the question.
No,
So you guys didn't have a motion to
no.
recommend or have any kind of, probably should start there then, with a motion.
Do we have a motion to,
Make a motion to. Make a motion to vote on the $1 increase.
and then, okay. So we do have a motion to vote.
Madam Chair,
Yes.
I believe you either make a motion, so if Alderwoman Deloria wants to make a motion, then
Okay.
it needs, hold on, and then it would need a second. If there's no second, then make another motion to keep it the same, but you should have a motion, and then you can vote on that to recommend, because that has to go back to the council.
Make a motion to,
So you should have some motion before you know.
before we
Right.
pass it.
I'm going to make a motion to add a 3% increase for the registrar's office.
3%?
3%.
She made a motion for $1 increase. Alderwoman Barbosa.
All right, so there's been a motion made by Alderwoman Delarnia, so is there a second? Okay,
So if there's no second, then it fails.
so then fails, so is there another motion?
Alderwoman Barbosa made a motion for a $1 increase.
Now you need a second.
So I
$1
second it, I guess.
increase to-
Is
to
there
the
no one else to second?
registrars? $1 increase to the registrars?
Yeah, so I'm seconding.
And did you make any motions for any other positions? I'm sorry, I came in.
No.
Okay. So right now it's $1 for the registrars?
And it's going.
As a, Madam Chair? As a non-voting member of the committee, have all the positions been discussed and apologize for the lateness.
It's okay.
Have all the positions been discussed and referred back to the council yet? Or just the registrars?
Just the registers. Nobody else asked for any increase this time,
Okay.
so.
Madam Chair?
Yes.
I think the resolution that was sent for the special meeting did have increase of the clerk of committees, if I'm correct.
We're not on
I don't have it on
clerk of
here.
committees, we're talking about registrars.
No, it's the whole, you're talking about the whole thing in general, or you're just going by each?
By
you're going
each, because we had some conversation, yeah, we want to have some conversation.
On this one or the next one? So you're going by each,
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
So now you have the second.
So
All in favor?
a second, all in favor? Aye.
Nay?
Okay, so the motion passes to go to Administration, Finance, and Law. And so do we need to go over the other ones that are not getting anything? They don't want anything. They're not requesting.
Are they items on your agenda?
I don't have an agenda.
Okay.
I have,
Oh, so you only need to make a motion on the items that you're moving, recommending
that's
some
the only
type
one
of
we have.
increase.
yeah.
So if there's no other positions that you're recommending an increase, then you can move on.
Madam Chair,
Yes.
was the clerk of committees?
No.
Okay.
I don't have that information here.
We don't,
so this is-
we don't have anything on the
Right, and
agenda.
this is-
I thought we were here to discuss those two positions.
That's what, yeah.
Yes.
Basically, whoever wants to ask for, you
Right.
can actually talk about any one of them.
Right.
But the two that did ask inquired was.
Right.
Clerk of committees and.
So we discussed the registrars, now we should
Registers.
move on to
Clerk of committees.
clerk of committees for discussion.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yes, I'm as representing corporate I'm representing council. I did request a $30,000, so it would be a 18,000 increase from the previous 12,000 that was in there originally. For 18,000 for the council to have a clerk of committees. So the reasons why I did was so that the clerk of committees could come in during the daytime and assist with whoever we hire as administrator, as
Okay.
council during the daytime work. No, I can't make the motion. I'm just inquiring.
Yeah.
I'm just.
Yeah, you're
expressing
just explaining
what
why
the
it's,
council.
yeah. So you can,
So
I have, I wanted to say something about
Yep,
that.
no, that's fine.
I think So I didn't even have that here on my list. And a part of the reason why I am in favor for this is because the council needs support with the work that we're doing so that we can serve the community better. It is, we do need assistance with doing research, making sure that we have the agenda for this meeting tonight. All of these things we need staff. And if you research and look around at the other cities and towns in Connecticut, other cities and towns do have staff and people that help them out. I want to be able to serve the people the best that I can, and I could do that better with us having more staff available to help us here on the council. Right now, we currently do not have a staff. So it's very difficult to not have someone who's putting our agenda together, getting our petitions together, helping out with making sure the resolutions are in place, all of that. So this is definitely a necessity so that we can service our communities better.
Point of information. Chair, the agenda does say discussion for elected and appointed officials inclusive of the clerk. I assume that's what you came to discuss. And I might add, this is an item in the adopted budget of May 28th, that position, I believe, as I recall, looking at the budget.
Right. Right, it'll be a new position, basically. Right.
No, it'll be the same
It's the same
position, just an
position.
increase in pay and more, more work for them to do.
Right.
So it'll still be the same clerk of committees, but he or she would be still doing the work of at nighttime, doing the council meetings, and then also having days in the daytime to assist with the administrative. That at this point, as you can see, we have no one in that office right now.
We need it. All of the people on the council, for the most part, work full-time jobs, and we do this basically volunteer. So we do need the help to make sure that, we are following the ordinance and the charter and making sure that we're getting the help that we need to help everyone else. So, yes.
So we're being asked to increase the clerk of committee's pay by 3 times more than what he's currently making. I haven't seen a job spec for clerk of committees. I haven't seen a new job spec with the new duties for clerk of committees. And you want me to approve a $19,000 increase. I don't know what the hours are per week, per month, per year. It's an awful large increase, and we just denied a small 3% for our registrars, and we're asking for 175% increase for the clerk of committees. Seems like an awful large ask.
Well, is it, yeah, go ahead.
So it's appointed a position. It's not, a city hall position. It's coined. But the thing is, we needed to approve the money so we could get basically the information you're asking for. Because now I would have to submit it to HR to have them write something up. Because again, the person still have to go through a
Yeah.
process. So we can't just put something in place without having some money, fundings to put in it. So this is where I'm asking for the 18,000 increase, because it will be, again, more days during the week on a daytime aspect to assist with the administrator. Whereas I'm not saying 1 day a week, obviously, we're talking about at least 3 days of the week, maybe 5 hours a day, or depending on how we work it for the administrator. Because again, I've seen as a councilman for the past 3 terms, even for example, today, we have no one that's sitting in that office right now because we don't have administrator in there right now, and we don't have, and so this is where we're trying to fit that gap in case. So for instance, this clerk of committees will be getting cross-trained to have the same information, same training as what administrator would have. So they would both basically be getting trained at the same time, because we're still in the process of hiring one now, which I just came from interviewing, so that this person would be able to, in the days that the administrator is not in, for instance, sick day or vacation, we have someone that's going to be able to take that place, sit there, and actually do the work while that individual's not there.
But I almost feel like we're working backwards. Usually you have the job spec and the job duties, and you know what it pertains to. We're approving an amount and then putting in the duties.
That sounds
That's
good.
how it's done. That's how it's done. You gotta first have the funds to be able to advertise it.
Right.
It works with any organization. If you before you can create the position, you gotta make sure that you have the funding to fill in that position.
I get that, but I not understanding what the true responsibilities would be. I mean, are we talking 5 hours a day? Are we talking, is it 20 hours a week? And is it possible maybe to increase it by less than 19,000? And I know you've been having difficulties filling the other position. I mean, is it better if we increase that job salary? Maybe get more applicants in?
I had asked a question before, the same thing. Again, some of the things that the administrator doesn't have, that the previous one had, was basically union protection. They had a lot more things. They were offered more. Yes, I understand the 60,000, but we did have applicants come in. Like, for instance, we have some now. It's just the point of getting the right fit for that position, because again, they're self-driven, right? They're basically monitoring, they're doing all agendas, which again, notice that these past 6 months that we've, without one, having no one there, at least if we have the clerk of committees there, then we would never be in this predicament again. And so I don't understand what you're saying about the hours cut down but again, if you're saying put 8,000 more, 10,000, I think that wouldn't really make a difference of the administrator. I think it'd be more appealing than the clerk of committees, because even previous times of that, where we had individuals that didn't really take this job serious, didn't come in multiple times. The administrator had to come in and do their job multiple times. So I'm trying to get something so that we have a serious position here, that then this person comes in, will take it seriously and not have it as just a little extra money in their pockets, kind of. So.
Well, I have a question. Isn't the council administrator supposed to be nonpartisan?
Yes.
And is the clerk of committees considered
Yes.
nonpartisan?
Correct.
I don't necessarily think that's true. I mean, he was appointed.
Correct.
So if you're appointed and you're appointed by the majority on the council, that's not necessarily nonpartisan. And you're having a partisan position work with a nonpartisan position. I have a problem with that.
Well, before this clerk of committees, actually the individual was independent prior to this one. So there was considerations.
How was that position, it wasn't appointed?
It was appointed correctly, but again, it's a majority of who was there, because again, you could be, I guess the person was opposed before, but was this one day actually was agreed to before he stepped down. Again, I'm just trying to put somebody a body inside there besides just the one. Because again, like the older woman said, if you go to every other city, you have assistant for every single council member. There's so many attributes that the council have and benefits from other cities that we don't have in our council. We don't have a corporate council, a separate one, and there's other cities that do. I'm just trying to fit a seat so that way we actually have some bodies inside our office. And so having just one individual there too, it makes it for 15 individuals, it makes no sense, I'll be honest.
No, I understand what you're saying, but for all my concerns that I mentioned, I would have to disagree with such a large increase.
If I could just add, through you, Madam Chair, to the members of the Compensation Committee, this is gives the council a 150% FTE, a full-time council administrator and a clerk, and the salary as proposed and adopted is commensurate with the hours that that person will put in. And we've done a survey of comparable cities and towns with mayor-council forms of government, and the resources for every comparable city I looked at for the council are substantially more. And the way things proceeding, the council budget actually is saving, is a savings this year. So I think we're getting a half-time commensurate hours for the pay and a full-time to assist every member of the council for our petitions, for our resolutions, and hopefully we're about to onboard that council administrator, and I think we'd all benefit because it's made very clear the job is nonpartisan, and that person or persons serve all 15, all the people.
I agree, Alderman.
Thank you. I'm sorry. I don't agree, though, that it's not partisan. And similar to what we discussed for the registrars, I did research as well, and we denied a small increase for them, but we're looking for $19,000 for the council clerk. I just can't, my conscience can't agree to it.
So,
Can I make a motion?
yes,
I make a motion to increase the clerk of committees from 12,000 to 30,000. Anywhere else you go for a part-time job, you're not even making 30,000. You're making more than $30,000. And this position here entails a lot of responsibility, and not just that, but it also assists the new person that's going to be coming in as the full-time employee. So I think 30,000 is an attractive price. I mean, though it's pretty cheap, because I'm not gonna work a part-time job for $30,000, and let alone for 12. You know, I think we're stealing that, we're robbing that individual at $12,000, I'm sorry. But I make that motion to increase from 12,000 to 30,000 for the clerk of committees.
a second. I think the council really needs to make sure that we have our staff in place so that we can, because everybody will, and everybody's going to benefit from this, including the people that live here in New Britain will benefit from this. So I'm definitely for having two staff that will be knowledgeable to help so that we can have a better running council. It's for everybody. It's for both parties, for all three parties, Independent, Republican, and Democrat. It's for everybody. So I think
Is there a second?
this will get,
She seconded it.
I second, yeah. So all in favor?
Nay.
Aye. And motion passes, and do we have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second? And thank you.
Second.
The time is 6:36. And we will see you for the AFL meeting in a couple of minutes. Thank you so much. Peace and love.
You just got here.
No, I'm saying,